because we were talking about SpongeBob, how he's 20 is gonna be Sponge Robert, but 20 is nothing when you're living for thousands of years, I guess.
Yeah, 20s is
Will
infantile.
never die.
He's just
know.
begun his eternity of suffering.
I know.
All of his friends will die in his lifetime.
True.
And he will have
Starfish probably also
long
live
beyond
pretty
that.
long, right?
Yeah.
What's the
Starfish
lifespan
end
of
up
a
petrified in suburban white women's bathrooms.
True. Like my aunt.
Like, what is up with
35 years.
Yeah, see, like, what is up with
So he'd
like
be,
the,
like,
the
almost dead.
decision to make
Patrick Stumps way
bathrooms like shrines of nautical death?
Yeah.
It's an aesthetic.
If you have a 35-year-old starfish and you cut off one of its arms and it turns into a new starfish, is it 35 years old or is it a
Yes,
new life?
because that new limb is still from the
Right.
35.
I don't know if it like grows it from new, like from fresh, or if it's
Well, it's not like it restarts its
It's like
lifespan.
fresh in the way that like when you get a scab,
Yeah.
it's still like you, right?
Gross.
anyway.
Well, that would be like, you know how like you have like all your cells like
Yeah, I'm just saying,
replace
yeah.
every 7 years.
Yeah.
Like, are you still you? If
That's
the
like
you
what's that ship? What's it called?
Theseus.
Yeah. Okay. Vision. So the you that was born no longer
All right, let's get
exists
into it,
because-
boys.
Heroes,
Was
villains,
Gamora really?
starfish, sponges.
Is it cheating? Yes.
Isn't she?
Isn't she?
No.
Thank you for joining us on the Umbra Initiative. I'm gonna change my mic real quick. Umbra Initiative post show for episode 24.
Yeah.
Sea sponges and
Yeah, and
Gamora.
starfish
death.
and Gamora and the ship of
Reach
Theseus.
ships. How you guys feeling?
Warm.
Yeah,
Tired.
it's very warm
yeah.
and tired. Yeah.
But also hype because we had a really good session.
I know.
Yeah, it's
Sam.
definitely one of the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so let's go into it, shall we? Into the breakdown.
I was so scared for Olivia that whole time, and I'm still sad about it.
Yeah, I was like petrified for Olivia. I thought she was dead.
I know.
100%. I thought she was dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I figured
You don't know.
she was gonna die to further the plot.
Yeah.
She kind
Yeah,
of,
same.
she kind of sort of did almost.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah, we don't know if she's alive, but I thought like we definitely would have known that she's dead.
I know. That's
So-
what. It's like when you
that's
when you
true.
watch a
Might have
movie
been.
and you don't see the character die on screen. You're like,
Yeah. They like fell really far and like rocks came down, but like you didn't see
Right.
the body. So
Right.
yeah.
Doctor
Mace
Strange.
Windu.
No spoilers.
Yeah, so we start with the pre-scene of Raj and Bowie inside the little cave. And they teleported somewhere and they teleported back. And yeah. Ooh.
Right off the bat, we're like, it's fucking
Spooky.
the fucking Amble Belt.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Glad we're all unanimous in that.
Yeah.
That was like immediately my first thought.
Yeah.
It made the most sense.
The one thing that's catching me up is like, I wonder if that is because when Brother Lewis said he was gonna take Olivia back to like the Kith, right? His Kith or something. So I'm wondering like if Kith exist in the Amble Belt or if like it's a completely different place. You know what I mean? Like is space whale like a Kith?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
You know what I was just
Is
thinking?
Space Whale a Kith? Like, I don't know. Maybe is Yaliru a Kith?
Raj referred to at the very end when he talked with you while we're kind of on this path of thought, how he's the kin of mourning and how there's Kith who he must serve or whatever that may be dead or whatever that
Right.
he's in servitude for. How fucking wild would it be if that was the Sovereign?
Dude, oh man.
It would make so much sense.
I've like
No way.
Who was the sovereign?
The Kith of mourning.
I see.
I've like been kind of expecting the Sovereign to show up at some point in this
really?
campaign, but like I'm not 100% on it.
Really?
Yeah, just because like I can see him popping up in this kind of setting.
Can you imagine the converging expanse was an Umbra?
Oh my god.
The whole
Oh my
fucking time.
god.
I have a theory.
I haven't even thought about that.
I have a theory, and it's probably incredibly incorrect. But you know how like Kiths are very general, broad
Yeah, yeah,
ideas that are like said to be like I don't know if we said like specifically super powerful, but they're like, you know,
The divine jewel
bigger.
cutter.
I think either the divine jewel cutter is like a kin or a kith or something similar. But I kind of think kiths are like, in my mind at least, they're places. Like the converging expanse is a kith.
You think so?
Like that's probably wrong, but it's just like
No,
an idea I have in my mind.
no. I got you. I got you.
Or like the amble belt is a kith.
Right.
And like the whale is a spawn. Of it.
Adam Mercury is the kith of mourning because Misty died.
Absolutely. Yep. We solved it. We cracked the case.
There it is.
There it is. Damn it! Because he couldn't let go of it. It was just too much.
All right, let's go
He had
back to the
nothing left to do
beginning.
afterwards.
He ran so fast, but he couldn't run away from his feelings.
Ain't that the way?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have an awesome fight.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yes, the kin of Carnage and
It was
Jordan.
destiny, I
Yeah,
guess.
it totally was. That fight has happened over and over for generations.
Yeah, yeah.
It always ends the same way.
That was so funny. Your rolls were
I
so
know,
funny.
dude. I was like,
I
come on.
I really thought it was going to be kind of a stomp because of how high her toughness
I
is.
know,
Yeah.
dude.
I thought you were going to
especially-
hit so much but not be able to do damage.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that's just what I do.
I was
that's how her
rolling
character is built.
Yeah, that's just what my character is like. Like her toughness. Now that we are up to like level 9, so now my toughness could go up to 16. And I was like, fuck! I already had wounds prior, so that
I did too.
Yeah, so that did help bring the toughness down a little bit, and I was rolling so bad.
Speaking of injuries, I need to get rid of those real quick.
Yeah,
yeah.
same.
I started the
You're
session
right.
with 6.
You're right.
And I had 6 until I rested it.
But yeah,
I only had 2 the entire time.
Corey, you do have 12 power points to play with.
Right,
Okay.
yes.
I know. Now I gotta actually put that in too.
So now we have 135 total. Right?
Yeah, which puts you at power level 9.
Yes.
Which ups all your caps.
I put all my
Yeah,
points
maybe
in.
18.
Yeah, you put all of them in?
I did.
Would you? Oh shit!
I didn't figure that out.
I didn't want to put them in and regret putting them in, so I waited.
Sure. But yeah,
I get
That
one
fight
last-
was a
one last new
whop.
power, I think.
yeah, that was a great fight.
That was so
I think
good.
visually it was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt.
I
like-
could see that being like animated, like fuck.
Yeah, every move felt like the right move.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was as dissatisfying as the rolls were. It was a satisfying story
Yeah,
to
exactly.
like play out, regardless.
It really was. And just
Yeah.
like the narration was top notch too.
Yeah,
of just
yeah,
like the attacks and how it was playing out.
Right.
Yeah, everything that happened felt like the right thing
Right.
to do. Like everything felt like exactly what should have been.
Right.
Yeah. Barrett takes Olivia,
Yeah.
pieces out, and then Brother Lewis
Poor
joins
Barrett.
the fray.
Poor
I really
Barrett.
liked what was
He
happening
just had
with
to
Barrett
go
in-
and
in, like,
then
the
come
intro.
back.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm fine with doing stuff like that because, like how we joked about, Barrett really is the dude
Yeah.
in this situation with where there's
is.
crazy things happening.
Right.
So, like, sometimes I gotta sit fights out. This is how it is.
I respect it.
Yeah, and that felt totally right for him because like even with everything going on, like it kind of goes back to the conversation that we had like after the fact, like we kind of just like acknowledged like we both kind of have our role in this,
Yeah.
and while we're similar, we don't have the same role.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Like Barrett didn't want to interfere in that fight.
Yeah.
Olivia is like dying.
Right.
So they can deal with that, and I'll try to make this girl not die.
Right.
Yeah, that was also why I thought it was going to be like a really tough fight because I assumed Barrett would fight.
1v1.
He didn't, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
But it was a 1v1, and I was like, oh man.
Let's go.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I was confident in that.
But you held out until Brother Lewis showed up, and you still stopped.
yeah.
Lewis was like, I don't really
Oh,
need
fuck
you right now.
shit,
I don't
like-
think that. Damn, dude.
See ya.
I was totally okay with fighting alone, and honestly, I like you, I expected to get stomped.
Yeah.
But with
It was me.
with just like the setup being what it was and what Jordan and Arabella are kind of in like running parallel to each other, either way, the way that it played out, I wouldn't have minded
Yeah.
because like I could have pulled the line of like no matter what, even if I die, like
Yeah.
in some
I will
way,
be back.
in some form, I'm going to be back and we're going to settle this.
Yeah, like I like the visual like narration of like seeing all like the past experiences
Yeah.
like like coming into the fight. That's so cool.
Yeah, so Brother Lewis gets Olivia, yanks him back.
He's alive.
And the two of you work together, hold Arabella down, and
Yeah, when he first came back, I figured he was just in blind rage kill everybody mode, which is why I attacked him as soon as he showed
that's
up.
fair.
Yeah.
Because
He looked like it.
my thought was he's here to kill Arabella. I'm still in the state of Arabella cannot die no matter what. She has to get separated from that thing. Like, we can't just kill both of them.
Yeah.
So when I saw him attack her, it was like, nope, like, she may be my enemy, but he is too.
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
And even in her demon form, I trust her more than I would trust him.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a dicey situation, like a dicey decision to make, like in that
You made
point.
it.
I
You had to make a call. and you
Yeah.
did.
So that's why I was happy to disarm him, because I mean, at least like if I did
Oh,
have
whenever
to,
he gave you the spear, that was so good.
yeah, like I didn't
Take
expect it.
it.
I didn't expect
oh
that
my
to
god,
happen.
so good,
I did
dude.
not expect that to
So
happen.
fucking good.
Because my goal was like, if he's gonna try to attack you, I'll at least disarm him to kind of
was
make it a
so
little
cool.
bit easier. Because once he showed up, if it was gonna be the two of you on me, I knew for sure I was dead.
Right? Yeah.
So
That's how I was like,
yeah,
oh.
because I can't like I could handle you somehow, but I know I couldn't handle him alone.
Dude, when it was gonna be like 2v1, I was like, oh no. I was like, I know Brother
no.
Lewis can whoop my ass, and I'm already getting my ass whooped by Jordan. I'm like, this ain't it. I'm about to get whooped.
I love PvP in this game.
So good.
It's so satisfying.
There's,
It's fun.
I am proud of all of us that there hasn't been a single like PvP time where like any of us was like butthurt or like upset about the outcome or like we all were like super into it and we were all like nobody took it too far. It wasn't
Yeah.
like anything crazy.
No, it always kind of goes back to what we've said, like about even campaign 1, where it's like we respect the story way more
Right.
and like
We all
what is
know, like,
happening
yeah.
than to let ego or anything kind of
Right.
get in the way of that.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad for.
I know, me too.
Makes for a lot of good story beats.
I liked holding up. I liked holding up an angel with my pistol.
Yeah, that was a real like I could when
moment.
that happened, like I pictured it so well.
Yeah.
Like you've got like
I could
the,
see
the
that,
slumped over girl on the back of your
visual.
bike, you're parked in front of a hospital, like you're waiting to get her in there, and then all of a sudden this weird like looming thing comes over and like kind of presses itself over you, like
Yeah.
give me the girl, and you're just instantly like, fuck you. Get out of my way, I have nothing left.
This was surprisingly like one of the most, I will say this episode and last probably, or probably one of the most visual quote unquote episodes that we've had, just because like usually when we have fights, like we definitely like always try to do the flare and there's nothing like, it's not like we do it differently, but the pacing is a little different, the stakes are obviously different.
Yeah.
And so now having these like high stakes with this history and the background, like just all coming together just feels so sweet to like you can see the history and you can see the background, you can see everything that we've done this far, just like culminate to this moment.
Yeah, it is really cool. I always love when that happens.
Like even just like Barrett, who is like that just is such a good visual for me anyway. Just Barrett having been through everything, hating people's powers, not even wanting to, like where you started of like, nah, this is my job, I'm doing this, like I'm gonna shoot it, whatever, and then like I don't care about Jordan, and now then he's your target and being like, oh well, I kind of gotta kill him, like no hard feelings, but and like coming all the way up to literally him with a pistol fighting a fucking like angel is just such a cool like. Because you have all that background, right? Like, how did Barrett stay or just like a hitman get here?
Yeah.
I bet you're wondering how he got here.
Yeah, skirt. Yeah, that's
But
me.
that was kind of like my final conversation with Brother Lewis before he like poofed out. Like that was really bizarre to think about. Like our first interaction was like me and my fucking truck.
Yeah.
Like unloading my truck, unloading gardening tools out of the back of it while he like was off on the side or whatever,
Right.
and we had like a brief conversation, and now he's literally like a biblically accurate angel,
Right.
and I'm wearing fucking like cosmic powered knight armor.
Right.
yeah.
It's
Going,
cool to
here's
see
your
it.
spear back, dude. Have fun in the other
Right.
world.
I mean, that's one of the awesome things just about this game.
Yeah.
It's just how drastic characters can change
Right.
throughout a campaign. Like,
Development is crazy.
yeah, you just go from dude bro to space knight.
Yeah.
Which is also just one of my favorite things about Mutants and Masterminds versus like D&D, whereas like you can have that. Definitely D&D has like great stories to tell, and you not to like poop on it, but like just Mutants and Masterminds has so much more open-ended, like you could do anything, right?
Yeah.
Like you can start somewhere and you could totally change your character in between. Like there's no linear kind of like you do this and this and this and that's how your character grows. It's like you can start here, go here, and then end up way down here. Like
Yeah.
you just don't know.
Yeah, D&D has like customization to a degree, but it's really rigid in the way that it plays.
Right.
It's like,
And some people do
think-
homebrew. Like it's totally different,
Right.
right? But like
yeah.
just as far as structure goes, like it's one of my favorite things about Mutants and Masterminds is just how open-ended things always are, like how our characters are changing, and like both like with their powers and like obviously with the story and stuff.
Having a group of imaginative people helps too.
Yeah. Can I just say, shout out to Nicole's crying voice.
Yeah,
That was very, very
Thank
good.
you. I tried. I was very nervous about it. Actually, legit, I have severe performance anxiety. Like, I didn't want to show, but I was like shaking. I was like,
You can't see it on the camera here, but we had guns aimed at her
yeah,
the whole time.
that was real.
Method acting.
That was real.
Yeah, no, that was great. That was wonderful, fun, top notch.
Yeah, all those scenes were like that shaky voice. I was like, damn.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like
Hell
she's really
yeah.
going for it.
Yeah.
And like snaps out of it to talk to Colby and then snaps back into it. Like it was weird.
Oh, but okay.
She was in it.
And it'll be the highlight for Arabella in the highlight reel.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about this earlier too. Is like Arabella's like development in this episode alone is completely fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like who she was after the fight and kind of beyond the way like she talked to everybody else. She's a completely different person now.
Oh yeah.
Like she was forced to mature.
Yeah. I think Arabella changed the most as a person between the three of us.
Yeah, for sure.
Even like all of us had development, but your character just completely changed.
Yeah, like you who you were session one, who you are now are not even close to the same person.
Right, yeah.
Like at all anymore.
I want to keep it as consistent as possible, but also have realistic development.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't.
You were fucking traumatized. Yeah, this is what's going on now. That changes people.
Well, yeah, I would argue though that like you guys also like I was saying earlier with Barrett going from like fuck it, it's a job, I'm doing this, to like actually being a part of the community and actually like being a part of other people's lives and being okay doing that. And also with Jordan, even being, you had the whole Umbra, right?
Yeah.
Of going through like the mourning and like the kin of like loss and like just grief and all that, and like, starting like this again, like I kind of just do this is what I do, I don't really like being here, whatever.
Yeah.
To really coming in and growing in confidence and just becoming this person of I know who I am and that's who I'm gonna be, and just growing into that confident person is just really fun.
Yeah, but the difference I think between what happened to Barrett and Jordan versus what happened with Arabella is the things that kind of turned Barrett and Jordan into who they are happened off screen before the plot even began, and you're now just kind of getting a taste of what they went through.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's happening for you on screen, and you're kind of learning why
She's
everybody
the younger
is.
character too.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, everybody has their struggles and things like that, but like now you kind of have an opportunity for that development to be happening on screen.
Yeah, I do really enjoy playing Arabella. I like it a lot. It's more. It forces. I'm trying, especially because I know now that we are more audio, right, than visual. People listen more than they watch. So like, I want to get that experience of like really role playing and really getting into the character and really doing stuff that will like sound good.
Yeah, that's right. Can I just say one thing I like about Arabella's character development is the fact that because like the demon's out of you now, and the one thing that you had when the demon was in you was innocence, and now that the demon is gone, you don't have that anymore.
Right.
And I just think that that's like such a good duality.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it was like you had that extreme good and that extreme bad at the same time. They were constantly fighting for control, and now
Right.
neither one of them is there, so you're just kind of in the middle of both of
Right.
those paths.
It's
And
like
you're kinda
completely
like-
different, completely absent of. Also, the fact that like everything that has like built up, all that foundation is just like not there anymore.
Right. Well,
right?
I feel, especially like when you talk to Raj past that point, you've just gone numb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it happened, like as you were talking to Bowie, you have no reaction to Bowie's appearance at all
Right.
anymore, or the fact that he's an animal. You're just like you kind of see through it now.
Yeah.
You're just some weird creature that's here to manipulate us now, aren't you? What the
Right.
fuck's your deal? And like now you're kind of like the like rose-colored glasses are off now.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
you see shit for how it is now
Yeah.
as Arabella. And
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I can't believe there's only a couple sessions left.
I know.
It like feels like everything is culminating to a head, but then at the same time, it feels like there's so much left
Right.
to explore.
It's like Nicole said, you know, not every, season 2, right?
Yeah,
not
season
everything
2.
can be answered in season 1, right?
Yeah.
You gotta leave it open.
Yeah,
It's gotta be something to tie in, you know, like Angelica.
yeah.
yeah,
Just bleeding edge in general.
still mad.
Yeah.
Leading edge storyline.
Still mad at Angelica.
I know.
You
dude.
should be.
me
You
off.
should be.
Yeah,
it pisses
dude.
me off, man.
I'm actually
us
really
high and dry
excited
and used
for.
us.
I just realized I still have like the bleeding edge number.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I know. Don't you answer your call.
This is one moment.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
definitely do.
This was a fun episode. I liked it a lot.
Olivia goes away.
Yeah, I hate that actually.
Yeah.
You let Brother Lewis take Olivia away.
I wanted to go with him.
I know.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
Barrett really did not want to hand her over, but he just had no other option.
Right. That's like the same
was
thing,
nothing left to
right?
do.
Like with Arabella, there's no reason for her to ever trust like Brother Lewis again, and yet
Yeah.
she's forced to because of circumstances, which has basically been the entire thing, right? Is just being forced to trust people.
Gotta put your faith in him.
Yeah.
Faith got you here.
Yep.
And now all your friends are dead.
Yeah. And my hands even.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Now
sucks.
the whole town's gonna know. Everyone,
Yeah,
all
I'm
the cops
excited
know.
for that.
Yeah.
that's gonna
Fuck, that's gonna be fucking.
be not great.
I don't know what
That was
that's
supposed to
gonna
happen
be.
this session,
Oh really?
but it went a little long, and I was like, oh, I can't just rush this.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna have like Marvel Civil War level.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna have major effects.
We'll see how you guys play it.
I just
I
keep
know.
thinking of that press conference in the comics where fucking Spider-Man takes off his mask and says, "I'm Peter Parker."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how a town meeting will go.
I'm very excited about
Can't, you know.
that. We also, I mean, I'm glad we got. I don't know. I didn't remember, and I wish I did. I didn't remember if I knew in game that Raj was a kin.
No,
I didn't. Okay.
they knew, but
Yeah, that's what I thought.
you went to the convent. when
Right,
They
that was-
they led Raj to.
Right,
and ended up
exactly,
to
yeah,
the-
yeah.
So
I mean,
So I'm glad that that scene happened because now, like, they knew that he was a kin, but I had no idea. But now I know he's a kin and what he's the kin of.
Yeah.
yeah,
And Bowie, so that was pretty neat. I like getting little tidbits.
yeah. I found out Raj is kin of mourning.
Yeah.
Hence why, he approached Jordan first.
Yeah.
Who was in a constant state of mourning at the beginning of the campaign.
Yeah.
He, you see him at graveyards.
yeah,
Yeah.
that made
The
more
first
sense.
time Barrett saw him was at Lacey's funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been sewing this one
shit.
for a while.
So in the scene.
I think our guess was that he was deaf.
Yeah.
Correct.
Kind of.
Yep.
When you guys guessed that, I was like,
Kind of.
Close.
Kind of close.
that would technically be his kith if death
Right.
is a current concept.
That's what I
Right.
figured.
That's not confirmed.
I was like, death is too broad. Yeah, that's good. And Bowie is a spawn of curiosity.
Yeah, I like that, but he's
that's
different.
Yeah.
He's built different.
Yeah, a spawn of the kin of curiosity, but something is off about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
according
Whether
to-
he's doing it on purpose or not, because he said he was
It's distorted.
incomplete by choice or not.
Yeah.
And,
And he said curiosity is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Which is
Killed the
interesting.
cat.
Yeah.
And he's a ferret, so he's
you
very
know.
close.
True.
But I mean, like, thinking about the way the direction things are going and keeping the fact that the prior campaign happened in this canon, I mean, it almost feels sort of obvious where this is going to head, right? Like, I mean, we're going to reveal our powers and everything to the
We'll
world.
see, dude. I don't know.
And I mean, literally, they're called the Umber Collective. So
I am still curious if there's a connection between the
Dude,
Umber
there
Collective
has to be.
they know.
No way.
They
there
know.
has to be.
They know. They have to know.
Yeah, I don't
they
know.
definitely know.
Either that or they just thought Umber sounded cool and now these
Right.
are Umbers. Yeah.
Nah, that Colby's not that
well,
lazy.
well, it is confirmed that Big Shot
Yeah.
is not on Earth at
Right.
the end of
Right.
campaign.
Yeah, he goes to do galactic shit.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean the whole
No,
collective.
sure,
Yeah, no, that means that
It's
Who
nothing.
knows?
No.
fucking
If
It means that he's in the fucking dimension, the D2D.
he's in the D2D.
so the pre-scene for the last episode is Elias Crowley arriving in Arcadian Haven.
Oh, yeah.
I would absolutely fucking love that, honestly. I'd play two characters for that.
There's a lot of stuff that's going to be brought up and perhaps answered in the next
Yeah.
2 sessions.
There's
Very
so
excited.
much to unpack.
I can't wait. So far, I think the biggest reveal hasn't been guessed yet, to my knowledge.
I made a guess a long time ago
Yes, I think I know what you're gonna say.
about the mountain.
Yeah.
That was Lavos.
Yep.
I still have that guess. That's still my guess.
Yeah.
leave my shoes.
It's another thing. You kind of know a rough idea
Yeah.
of where this door is,
Right.
Yeah.
what it is, and how to get to it.
Yeah. Two different. I liked having that conversation with Raj at the end.
Yeah, that was good.
And kind of having that help, sort of, as long as we're aligned currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
You don't know. That's the thing, right?
Yeah. Still a lot of questions.
So much.
No, you don't know. Trust a kin.
No, never.
I made a really cool new power with those 12 points, and I'm really excited to show it off. And I wanted to use it, but it's not the right time.
No. You gotta pick the right time.
Is
Yeah.
it the one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been a little awkward.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Is that what you said earlier?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys still have that 12 points.
Okay, cool.
So
I got
do with that
16
what you
points
will.
to burn, bro. Mm-hmm. Damn.
You see what
I
you
gotta
do
think
with
of
that.
cool stuff for Arabella.
Yeah, I gotta do some fucking flashy space shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I think that's it.
I think.
Was there anything else that happened?
I mean, most of it was the fight.
Yep, fight.
Usually
Chain
during
corpse.
fights, I don't do good with my notes because I'm trying to pay attention to what's going on. So.
Barrett wanted to dip.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bear's trying to leave, and he's trying to find Bleeding Edge too.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's
feels right.
important. There's like a
Yeah.
whole change in motivation here.
Right,
where it's just
yeah.
like, I have a new goal now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the fight.
Right, exactly.
running.
Ain't that the way though? That's such
Ain't that the
such a
way?
perfect like assassin character story. The
Yeah.
assassin character gets sent to a place, has a change of heart, and decides to go after the organization that sent him there.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
like classic. So cool.
It was mostly because of a change of heart after seeing. Well, it's been a growing change of heart, but after
Sure.
seeing Olivia, it kind of like came to a head.
It
where,
pressed it over.
Yeah, and he originally hated people with powers, and now like he still like doesn't hate them, but still like doesn't really fully trust them. But he realizes that he needs to adapt in order to stop this from happening.
Yeah, I think that Barrett caught a glimpse of what would have happened if his mission was a success.
Yeah.
And that was with Angelica succeeding in her mission.
Yeah.
And how dark that turned out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seeing Angelica shoot a girl
Right.
with a gun from Bleeding Edge and what it caused.
Yeah.
It's
It could have
just
been
like-
you.
Yeah.
Could have been you.
Yeah, and it's just
Yeah,
like,
really.
You know, I still have this weapon that can this do the same thing that did.
Right.
You know.
Damn.
It's just like I know this organization now is.
And now you
no
know
good
they
at all.
definitely know about what's going on too.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
100% confirmed.
Yeah.
Like they know what's up.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Angelica and Barrett cross paths.
I know. I cannot wait, dude.
Yeah.
That's gonna be so good. It's
Kill
gonna be
her.
amazing.
It's gonna be a good time. But yeah, he wanted to dip, but now I mean, I know what he's gonna do, but yeah, he wanted out.
He's
Yeah.
the Punisher. He's
Yeah, dude. Yes, I'm for it.
Pull me back in
Punisher is
Punisher.
my fucking bae. Fucking love Punisher.
with a Advent Children wife.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
With an Advent
it's
Children.
even
That's
cooler.
the best way to be, man.
Yeah.
The Tony Stark got a hold of him. He's like, dude, Nano Machine wife?
Man Machine son.
Yeah, I think that was it. So,
think so.
Yeah, there's actually a really big scene with Shaboy that needs to happen. That didn't happen this session.
Really?
It'll happen next one. It'll be exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm very curious about that.
Yeah, yeah.
I have a feeling I know what it's going to be about.
It isn't what you're thinking of.
Yeah. Well, what do you think I'm thinking about?
I want to say here. All right, we will see you guys next week. Love you. Thanks for supporting us on Patreon.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye.